Right, guys. Let's get straight into our review. Yeah, because I'm going live on a different stream beyond. Anyway, guys, we're going to go over to the review where we will discuss all the action that happened within this pay-per-view. Thank you for watching this one, and I'll join you over there in a second. Joyous viewing. Yo, hey Jay, welcome everybody. We should be over here now. Glad you could make it, Albert. Thank you for smashing the like button, Laura. I appreciate it. Okay, first off, we'll go through predictions before we get to the overall review. In first place, with a three-way tie, was me. I am in the UK, yes. Me, KK, and Bork. And second was Natman, Ronnie, and Laura. So me, KK, and Bork had 3 points. Natman, Ronnie, and Laura had 2. Therefore, still your champion, me. I successfully retained my championship today. That may not be the case tomorrow, but as of now, I am still your reigning and defending champion. Yeah, imagine it's based on LA's team. Yeah, I would imagine so. Yes, after Bash in Berlin and its review. So tomorrow we're doing Bash in Berlin, the review, then No Mercy predictions. Always happy to, Laura. We need a new champion that's not Nia Jax. Okay, let's get into the first match, the pre-show matches. I've not got pictures for one of them, but our first pre-show match was Kushida taking on Frankie Kazarian in what was a fairly solid opening match. The OG Frankie Kazarian picked up the victory within this contest. I'd give it a solid 3 out of 5. Good contest. Good win for Frankie Kazarian. Overall, I did enjoy this as a little opening match. What did everyone else think of this match? Oh, you thought it was a really good match, Nat Man. KK, what did you think? Yeah, of course. That's what we're here for. Always respect an honest opinion. Look at me with Charlotte Flair versus... it was meh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're entitled to your opinion. You are very tired, so you do tend to get grumpy about the wrestling when you get tired. But yeah. I thought it was a solid opening contest. And then after last pre-show match, again, I don't have a picture, so we're just going to leave up Kushida and Kazarian. We had PCO taking on Shira, or I believe he used to be called, the guy that worked with Jinder Mahal, big Indian dude. They had a match because he was Matt Cardona's monster. This match, it existed. I like PCO, but honestly, this match was kind of just there. I'll give it a 2.25. Did he work with you? Maybe he didn't. Doesn't he work with Jinder now? Or am I thinking of another guy? Because I swear he's working with Jinder now. Didn't they like just win tag titles together? Or am I thinking of a different dude? I could be very heavily mistaken here. Thank you. Different guy then. Satnam is the guy I was thinking of. Shira did WWE work before, and it wasn't very interesting. So yeah, this match was a 2. Actually, you know what? I'm being generous. I'm going to give it a 1.5. I like PCO. There was some good stuff with Stephanie DeLanda, but overall, just it wasn't a good match. I generally did not care about it. Yeah, may he rest in peace. I think so. You'd have to confirm with KK on that one. It was in NXT. Yeah, I don't think he did much there. But yeah, that was a solid match. Not a solid match, but an alright pre-show. Let's move on to the main show. Jordynne Grace and Spitfire taking on Ash by Elegance and the Systems, Alicia Edwards and what's her name? I'll just have the Malisha note down here. Hey, KingKiwi, welcome. This was a thing. It was a bathroom break match. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I actually took a bathroom break during this match. It wasn't overly interesting. Jordynne Grace and Spitfire picked up the victory. I'm going to give it a 1.75. Like, overall, there just wasn't anything that good about this match. Didn't really do a lot for me. Generally didn't care that much. What did everyone else think of this match? Hit Raju. Thank you. I remember that dude. Where is Rahit Raju? I haven't seen him in ages. Where does he exist now? 9 months. Thank you for your continued support, KingKiwi. Yeah, pretty much was, dude. Now I've got to get the guy's name, whoever was in the next match. Let me find it. That's fair. After that, again, I don't have a graphic. ABC defended their tag team championships against AJ Francis and not Rich Swann, Casey Navarro. Yeah, I don't like that guy. He's not Great Swan. I don't think that dynamic worked anywhere near as good. Okay, that's where he is at. Thank you. Oh, Blue Jays blew it. God damn it. Yeah. ABC defended. It was alright. It was alright. It was again. It was just thrown together at the last minute, and I generally didn't care about it. I'll go with a 2.5 out of 5. It was average at best. Maybe I'm a little generous. You know, I'm a little generous. I give it a 2.25. It generally wasn't that great, to be honest. It was just an impromptu match thrown together that I didn't care about. Anyone else have any thoughts about the impromptu tag team defense? He kind of did. Actually, okay. I liked Rich Swann more. The dynamic between Rich Swann and AJ Francis was much better than between KC and maybe he's maybe he's happy is Rey Mysterio. Honestly, KC and AJ just didn't click as much in my opinion compared to Rich Swann and AJ, which is kind of annoying because Rich Swann is in rehab at the moment, so we won't be seeing him back for probably a little while. Let's move on to our next pictured match. Steve Maclin taking on Eric Young. This was a solid match. Hell no, never mind. This was I enjoyed this contest. Steve Maclin managed to pick up the victory. I would honestly give this a very fair 3.75 out of 5. Honestly, solid match this was. Both guys look great. The handshake at the end by Eric Young, nice touch. Like, it was a true passing of the torch match, and it was good. I enjoyed it. I'm all down for passing of the torches. What did everyone else think about this? 3.5 out of 5. Thought Eric Young's psychology was great. Fair enough, Zach. You're not wrong. One of my favourite spots was when Steve Maclin dived to the outside and just Eric Young just casually walked away, and he just crashed and burned. Beautiful. Absolutely a beautiful. Anyone else have any more thoughts regarding Steve Maclin taking on Eric Young before we move on to our next contest on this pay-per-view of Emergence? Three and a half, that's fair. Two and a half. Oh, Laura did like it less than we did. Fair enough. Our next contest was The System taking on Matt and Jeff Hardy, Mike Santana, and Joe Hendry. I'll have to say before we discuss the match, Joe Hendry's entrance was a massive 10 out of 10. He included the Hardys into it, and I marked out a little bit, I'm not going to lie. It was a phenomenal entrance from Joe Hendry. Absolutely amazing. Oh yeah, same with me, Zach. I absolutely loved it. Amazing little edit to the entrance there. Gotta love it. Joe Hendry is phenomenal. The Sister managed to pick up the victory over the Hardys, Joe Hendry and Mike Santana, unfortunately, though. So, yeah. I'd give the match a 3 out of 5. It was good. I don't know where they're taking this feud. There's a combustible element everywhere in this match, so there's multiple ways that they could be continuing this feud. But yeah, it was a solid contest. I did enjoy it. But Joe Hendry did not win, which is always sad. Joe Hendry needs to win. Yeah, that is true. There can be clusters, to be fair. Do you prefer my wrestling with less people involved? Unless it's like a ladder match or something. But when it's just a normal tag match, I do find that more people more infuriating. But oh yeah, sadly, I don't think he's going to win the NXT title on Sunday. But that's because All Ego is the champion. Next match, the Ultimate X match with Zachary Wentz, Hammerstone, Mike Bailey, Johnny Hotch, Riley Osborne, and Laredo Kid. This was great. This was a solid Ultimate X match with some nice spots and a surprising ending, to be fair. Like, I generally didn't think Mike Bailey was going to drop the belt, but he lost it to Zachary Wentz. I'm going to give this match a solid 4 out of 5. This was a really good opening to the show. Yeah, I like Wentz. Hammerstone, I like him since he's returned so far. Laredo Kid did some good work. Mike Bailey's Mike Bailey, and I don't remember the other two, I'm going to be honest. Riley Osborne kind of faded into my memory, and Hotch did a bit to begin with, and then just kind of, yeah, I don't really remember much he did after the beginning, so. You give 3 out of 5 for the Joe Hendry match, yeah, and you agree with the Ultimate X. Okay, so. I do always like Ultimate X's. They are a fun match. Just gives them a reason to fly around the ring, to be perfectly honest. So, all about that for the X Division. Even Hammerstone did like high fly stuff, which was kind of fun. Yeah, they are fun. I think KK might have just passed out at this point because he's not talked about any of the last 2 matches. Anyway, remove that one. And yeah, it's time to discuss our main event of the evening. The 60-minute Iron Man match between Josh Alexander and Nick Nemeth. The show felt meh to you. That's fair. I will talk about the overall feel of the show at the end. This was great. This was fantastic. Maybe. This was honestly a phenomenal match between these two guys. I love how like he won it with 20 seconds to spare. He wanted to keep fighting. Alexander just could not end the match. Like 3-2. So they did a nice exchange of pinfalls. Dolph Ziggler going up 2. Josh Alexander making it back with 2. He did 2 pile drivers in a row to get 2 pinfalls. Really, really nice sequence. And then Dolph Ziggler just Nick Nemeth scraping by with a final last minute pin, but not to the wire, which I did like. I like they left a little bit of time. I hate when they bring it down to it's 5 seconds left. Dramatic. I prefer when they have a little bit of time. Oh yeah. And then you got the whole Dolph Ziggler being worn out, getting kicked over, looking weak moments with Alexander. Honestly, phenomenal main event. I would agree with you, Zach, at 4.5 out of 5. A solid contest. A really good match and a really good showing from TNA, and proving why Nick Nemeth is a fantastic champion. And Josh Alexander is always a constant, decent wrestler. But the weird thing, and I'm very curious now, JBL came out. Yes, the JBL came out, spoke some words to Nick Nemeth, and then left. I'm very confused, and I have many questions. I don't know why he was dressed like Taker. I have more questions and I have no answers. So I'd like some of the answers to the questions, please, and thank you. He walked out with Nick at AAA. Okay. The plot thickens. I'm sure we'll get answers over the next couple of weeks of what's going on. Might be a manager? I mean, I'm about it. JBL managing Nick Nemeth, I'm up for that. Might be entertaining. But I thought, does this make JBL the first main roster person to show up? Because obviously the guys that have been showing up have all been TNA. I believe JBL is still signed with WWE, yes. I think. It could, but I think JBL's fully retired and I don't think he has any intention of coming out, but I could be wrong about the man. I cannot speak for him. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he's still signed with WWE. He occasionally shows up on the pre-show panels on that, doesn't he? Sure, he was at one of the bigger ones. But yeah, overall thoughts of the show. Meh. There was a good couple of matches on there, but overall, this did not feel like a pay-per-view. This honestly felt more like just a long TV special. Generally could have been on Thursday. Yeah, it honestly could have been on Thursday. If you take away the main event, this could have been a normal TNA. I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. It was average. It didn't do anything bad, but it didn't do anything great apart from the main event, which I expected the main event to be great anyway. Honestly, this just didn't... Hey, Renzo, how you doing? Honestly, didn't do a lot for me. I felt bored at times during this pay-per-view. Yes, I watched AEW All In. Fantastic pay-per-view. Loved it. Yeah, I honestly felt bored at times during this show. I like at least 2 of the matches were piss break matches. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Zach. Honestly, TNA is good. They have put on way better shows than this. It's the final countdown. Yep. Thankfully, it was not his final countdown. He shall count down again. But yeah, overall, I was just. I feel like this is going to be the weakest of the three shows this weekend. I feel like Bash in Berlin has the potential to be the best, although NXT also has a great card. But this is definitely going to be third in the entire list, I think. I don't see anything being as bad as this. Like, I feel like NXT and Bash in Berlin are both going to be solid pay-per-views. Like, Triple H is aiming... yeah, it was a good appetizer, yeah. WWE's aiming to more towards the less matches on pay-per-views. I like that idea. A good pay-per-view with 5 solid built storyline matches is decent. Like, I do prefer their pay-per-views at the moment when they don't have bloat. Like, some of the matches on this tonight just felt like they shoved them on for the sake of it. Like, that tag team match and the 6-woman tag team match. Like, they could have put the awesome Jordynne Grace versus Ash by Elegance on this pay-per-view. But they didn't. They put it on the TNA the night before and then gave us a 6-woman tag that sucked. Fair enough, Renzo. So yeah, I feel like TNA definitely shoved a couple of matches on here for the sake of having matches on here. Which, when you do that, they just feel like filler matches, and there was. Like, TNA pay-per-view, yeah, they are. They are always a hit or a miss. They're either really, really good or average. Sadly, this was an average one. Oh, when it comes to pay-per-views, yeah, WWE and AEW definitely do them better. But then again, WWE's also had terrible pay-per-views recently. Like, I can't remember one I didn't enjoy. Was it SummerSlam? Did I diss SummerSlam? I think NXT, No Mercy has a chance of being good. Yeah, did I diss? Yeah, I do prefer the big boy pay-per-views over the smaller ones. Yeah, did I diss SummerSlam? Or was it the WWE pay-per-view before that? I know the Saudi show sucked. Like, normally the Saudi shows are alright. Okay, might not have been that one. I know the Saudi show. Normally they're alright. The last Saudi show was terrible. That might have been the one I was dissed. Yeah, I don't note my thoughts. I don't note numbers down anymore. I know it is, but normally they were at least half decent, dude. The last one was just terrible. Was not overall a fan of it. Yes, I am still thy champion. Pretty much. Yeah, it's nice to have you here, Laura. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow for Bash in Berlin. Like I said, we're live at, well, we'll be live 15 minutes before the show starts. So we'll be live 12:45 Eastern on this channel. Predictions is at the end after Bash in Berlin review. So whenever that finishes. I don't know how Battle. I'm assuming Bash in Berlin will probably be a 3-hour pay-per-view, so probably 5 p.m. Eastern. No, the main show is 1. The pre-show is 11. I'm going live for 12:45. 15 minutes before the main show starts. I'm not doing pre-shows, remember? I only did the TNA one tonight because it had 2 matches on it. If a pre-show doesn't have matches on it, I'm not watching it. Like, that is now my golden rule. Like, they have to have something advertised to make me actually tune into it. But yeah. Yeah. Around that time, yeah. Bash starts at 11:30 for you tomorrow. Okay. But yeah. As KK said, it's getting late. It's now 4:25 in the morning for me, so I'm gonna go get some sleep because I've got to be up in a few hours to get my car sorted. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you have subscribed if you have not already, and we will be live for lots of pay-per-view. Do it. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you've liked, shared, and subscribed, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for the live streams we have planned. Joyous viewing.